without it. Trying to find a stick. Okay. Let's get them in before the morning's over. Can you see? Can't you see? Come on. There we go. Whatever. We'll see if the quality holds up. I want to fish the river. I want to go to the river now. Nobody knows that quote. A love song for Bobby Long. Great movie. Great book, actually. And movie. Here we are at the river. At the river. Let's catch a 30-pounder. This is where they live, boys and girls. We got grass carp, 55-pounders. We might even get a massive channel cat. You never know what you could get in here. You never know. I just put some baked beans in here today. This is my old pack bait. So it's like oatmeal, corn, vanilla, sweet feed, and then I had to refreshen it with a little more cream corn because I only had a little left. And then wash my hands off. I had a little can of baked beans, so that's going into that's in it today, and it's back to where it should be, so that's good. Without further ado, I already have boilies on this one, and they're stinky, like corn. Good stinky, not bad stinky. Where's my chat? Good morning, Xavier, what's up, dude? What's going on, man? Go far, catch a big one. Dude, thank you so much, Xavier. I appreciate that, bro. I hope so too, man. I'm gonna try for a few hours before the sun beats down on me. I was trying to get out here early. It always takes me forever to set this crap up. Yo, the real Pup Adventures. Yo, by the way, you guys, what's going on, man? By the way, you guys, everybody in here who has a channel, just say sub. If it has to do with fishing, and I'm gonna go through my. I always go through the live chat after, and anyone who says sub, I'm gonna go back to your channel and sub. Appreciate you guys all. What's going on, Broom? Dang, it's loaded up in here right now. Okay. Let me get these in the water before this, who did I miss? Did I miss anyone? Good morning, everybody. Alright, let me get this one in the water. I've got three rods going in. One probably with boilies, the other two with it's boiled feed corn. All going on a hair rig with a bolt rig with pack bait. And I think it's time to send this one out there. Make sure there's no issues. Okay, I think we're good. Oh yeah. I broke my prosthetic leg, so I'm trying to set up a new appointment to get a new one. So if you see me stumbling around, or if you see packing tape around my leg, that's why. I could probably cast from up there, but I'm trying to avoid these weeds. This is all poison ivy, so I'm trying to avoid that. Just logistics. If that's the correct word. Didn't say I was a smart man. Alright, ready? She's going up. that's my launcher. Just it's all shallow out there. There is no. The deepest out there is probably like 4 feet, maybe, on a good day. There's one. Good thing is I still have everything. The bad thing is there's about 4 feet of eelgrass in front of me that I'll have to work the fish through if I catch them. But I'll just walk out there if I have to. It's super shallow. Yeah, anyone who says sub, thank you. Dude, Xavier, I'm going to check it out, dude. Saturday morning around 9 a.m. Dude, I hope you catch them up. Do you do like live or anything like that? I hope I catch one. I've seen them around here lately, but I've seen them in like the heat of the afternoon too, so I know they're here. So I feel like I've seen them cruising in, like doing what they do in the lazy part of the day. I feel like this is the part. Ow! Hey, the hooks are sharp. That one actually went nice and deep. Yeah, I feel like there's actually a good chance right now. We'll see. I think it would have been nice to get out here just a little earlier. I did. It takes me forever to set this crap up. Something's swimming out there. Turtle. I don't like seeing that. I mean, I love turtles, but I feel like that could always get ugly. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll have these out there soon, and then I'll be just looking at the chat. I wonder if some of my UK friends will be joining today. Or shit. Netherlands. Spain. I got a lot of people coming all over the world. I don't like that corn. I gotta be selective on these. That'll be chum. You just had 19. Thank you, man. No, I saw that. It goes up, it goes down. It goes around and it goes round. It's because they, when I do vertical, I like horizontal personally, but you don't get a lot of new viewers because they won't show it in the short speed, obviously. But when you get in the short speed, you get, it goes up and down but a lot of people just scroll right past because it's not what they're into. Which I do that too. If something I'm not into pops up, I scroll right past it, but you still get the view, so it's kind of like an inflated view, because it doesn't mean much, but doesn't matter. I'll hear that go off, trust me. That drag is loud, which is cool. I like that. I like that in a drag. I'm not gonna put I always do that, and then I say I should have put the fake corn at the end. Putting the fake corn at the end. By the way, I should be explaining what I'm doing here for anyone that doesn't know. I use a hair rig, and I'll explain what that is. I'm gonna do a video on that one. I'm about to post a video on how to get your how to break your lure off instead of cutting your line. Thought I heard something right there. I think I heard a bluegill smacking. I did catch some nice bass in this area, not here per se, but like in the river down that way over the last few days. Where the heck did that bait stopper go? So yeah, I'm using a hair rig. So the hook is above the bait. The bait is dangling from a hair here. That should be fine. I don't know. I'm no expert. I never claimed to be. But I don't even feel like explaining what I'm talking about because it doesn't matter. But anyway, this is a hair rig, and the hook does not hold the bait. The bait dangles below. The carp, they're bottom feeders, so they suck it in, and when they suck it in, they like to spit it out. So when they spit it out, the hook idea is for the hook to catch them a little bit in the side, and then they'll run with it. And when they run, I've got this. I'm using a 2 ounce. It's probably too light, but it'll hold out there. But most people would go with probably like a 3, I think. This is a 1 ounce actually. I think most people would go with like a 2 or 3. I don't know. It works for me on the lighter rod, so whatever. And the idea is that when they run, this pegged weight right here, which I have bobber stops on so it can actually move up, this pegged weight is what sets the hook for you. So when you see a little tap or something like that, you're waiting for it to run, because I have my drag set so loose. If I get a carp, the drag is going off like crazy. All right, where's the easier place to land? This one, this area for sure. I've got one more I'm gonna put off camera, but I'll shift the camera that way if we catch one. Get this guy out there shallow. Like I said, it's all shallow, but you know what I mean. Right here in front of this grass line, essentially, is what I want to be. Right here in this highway, because you got a creek that runs here, and the channel cuts right here, which you could always see when like it's actually flowing. You can tell. So I'm kind of like in that tiny depth change of a channel. It's not much. It's just a little bit of a depth change. So I'm kind of in that channel right outside of a grass line, an eelgrass line. Perfect, I would say. So yeah, notice my drag is set so you could hear it. I just pull it a tiny bit. So yeah, if you get a little bump, it's usually a turtle. Or sometimes it's a carp inspecting and spitting it out and not getting hooked. Or pulling it and not getting hooked. What else could that be? I forget. You get the gist. You get the gist. Need I say more? Yo, fishing addict, what's going on, baby? See if I have a new favorite. Dude, nah, I'm the same. And I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna, I'll definitely check you out. Like I said, I like that idea, because I never said that before. Like, if you say sub in there, I'll check you out, because it makes it easier for me to go through. A lot easier. Sometimes I say I'll do it, and then I end up forgetting, because I'll put it off, because I'm so busy with something else. And then like a week later, I go through it, and everybody's probably pissed off. Where'd my pliers go? Because those actually... There they are. You always want your pliers handy with these guys. Lessons have been learned. You know what I mean? I'm making a video, I'm almost done with it, about how to get your lure, or how to break your lure off without cutting your line and leaving it out there for beginners, you know, because I don't think a lot of people realize that you don't have to just cut 100 yards of line. You could just break it off. So it's simple, but hopefully it changes hopefully some people learn something from that. They spun me on, I hate the stupid heart. They put it in the way. I can never read. Whoever the last person in chat is, I can never see until somebody else says something. I'll see in a second, man. Xavier, I'll see what you said in a second. too old to know. If that's a YouTube thing, Android thing, because I never used an Android. And I can't check my iPhone because I'm streaming from that, so. So these are boiled feed corn. So instead of buying sweet corn, because that stuff, I love it. It works so well. But they get, the bluegill and everything get it off in 2 seconds. So rather than doing that, I like to, hold up, I'll tell you in a second. I like to buy from the animal feed store. I get a big bag, 50 pounds for like $7 of feed corn. And then there's a way to do it. You soak it for 24 hours and then you boil it to a consistency where you can squish it, but it doesn't fall apart. You know, look up videos if you want to do it, because that's not a good explanation. But it's a great alternative if you carp fish a lot to buying canned corn, and it stays on the hook a long time. It really does. It's harder, much harder. I've used the same corn all day, quite a few times. Got to check that one in a second and make sure that weight is actually holding. See, when I add the cage to it, that's another 2 ounces, or so they say. That's 2 ounces, so that'd be 3, yeah. But on that one, I don't have a cage. Which I didn't take that into account when I did that. Maybe I should put a cage on next time I get it in. They spun me. I'm just gonna write something so I can see what you. Oh, wait, hold up. I just figured a hack. Ah, crap. No, I messed everything up. They spun me on their wheel. What does that mean? I'm sorry. I'm really, like, dense sometimes. Excuse me for that. I don't know what that means. Although I would like to. Your message. You had something before that, so I'm missing the context. I didn't delete it, just to let you know. I would never delete that. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't think I would. Unless it was unintentional. I might have hit something. It's weird if it did, dude. Alright, putting the pack bait on there. And this will be the 3rd rod going out. But this one's going to be off camera, because I can't really fit 3 in here without creating a huge, huge issue. If I had a bite alarm, I would actually put it right there in the creek. I got a bell. But I would have to put it on the tip of my rod, and I hate doing that. But I can. So. I also have to walk through poison ivy. But it's worth it. Maybe. Let me see. I don't know if it is. Can't do it. There's no point in putting it there if I can't show it on camera, and there would be no way to get the camera in there. I don't think. Ay. Where is my mind? Where are we going? Where are we going? Stay close to these weeds, I would say. What did I do? There we go. Raise this rod tip up. Still gonna put the bell on it. I gotta get some bite alarms. That way I could fall asleep and fish. Whoa. Doesn't even fit. You might as well put it there if it doesn't fit anyway. Come on. There's got to be some way to... There we go. That should be alright. Yo, Subi, what's going on, man? I hope you have a good day at work, bro. And I haven't even, I remember you, man. So I just haven't seen you in a while. That's awesome, man. Nice to see you. Have a great day. Check out what I'm working with out here with the. The lighting. Check out what I'm working with out here with the. Check the sound. I gotta adjust the camera so the light's not killing us. That's out of the sun. it's holding. That's good. We're holding. I'm so bad at like camera angle stuff. I'm gonna be shifting it around a little until I get it so it's not like I gotta learn that. That could take me probably like an hour if I just really put my mind to it. Sorry about my fingers. There we go. That should be good. What WNBA games do we have on tonight? I've been watching the WNBA a lot. Although I can't wait for football. Okay. I really hope we get like a 55 pounder. It could happen. It can actually happen. I'll be out in the water if that happens. I'll be up to my waist. I don't give a crap. What I gotta do is make sure nothing is in my pockets, because I've done that before and ruined some stuff. Down on the river. Come on, something's happening there on that left rod. Come on, 55 pound. That's what they found, Rutgers University. They did an electrofishing study last spring. I think they killed it though, because you're supposed to like not put grass carp back in. You're supposed to leave them dead on the bank or something. You're not even supposed to keep it apparently, which I wouldn't anyway, but I don't know. I'd toss it back. I'd take the fine, and I'm sorry fishing, but I can't do it. I'm not just gonna like kill it if I'm not gonna use it. But they're in here anyway, so I don't think it's gonna make a difference. But they found a 55 in their electrofishing annual study. So there are some beasts in here. If there's a 55, you know, there's plenty of 20s, I'm sure, right? Boca, sorry Xavier, I didn't even see that you, Boca Boys Fishing, you know them. Do I know them though? Do I? Because sometimes I might know them, but you never know with me, man, because I forget a lot of things, because I've got so much going on all the time. It takes me a while. See, I can't even figure out how to get back to what I had. I'll check him out then. the bigger lives I follow, something's going on right there, but I don't know what the heck that is. Looks like a stick just popped up from the depths. Oh yeah. It's like a classic NJ twig. What was I thinking? Can't even think of what I was thinking. See what I mean? It's in, it's out. That's it. I need to get some music going out here when I'm just bank fishing, you know? I go for some like Creedence Clearwater right now. Man, can I get it on here? I'm gonna start doing that when I'm bank fishing. Just keep it low, but definitely messes with your copyright. Yo, fish sticks. Good. How are you making out? I'm good. Everything's good. I gotta remember to film me cutting a line close up because I forgot to do it. Now I can't finish my video. Dude, I'd put some Zeppelin on in a heartbeat, bro. A second. But I don't know. I gotta look into like how that would. I know like a lot of channels do that kind of thing, but I don't know. Doesn't that mess with you, or like aren't you infringing on something there? I don't know. Who knows? I gotta look into it because that would be so sick. Chilling with the baby. Well, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Oh, something's tapping this one, but I think it might be a turtle because that stupid turtle popped its head out there. Or it could start ripping. You never know. Where can I stand? Okay, right here. I want to put music on, trust me. If I was just chilling by myself, I would definitely have music on my phone. The best thing is, sometimes when I walk the canal path and it's like 2 or 3 in the morning and I'm by myself, I go far. I'll be walking, I don't use a flashlight. Because I was taught that, like, you know, night vision. You know, your eyes kind of adjust after a while, you see fine. But also, I don't want people seeing me, like, where I am. I want the option to, like, hide if I don't like what I'm seeing coming my way. I've seen some weird stuff. I saw, like, a seance one time in a field when I was walking out there. Anyway, I'll put, like, old Irish, like, folk music on Spotify, just in homage to all the people who built the thing, all the Irish immigrants. Plus, it's cool. It, like, probably is what it was like when they were, like, on their canal, boats, whatever, getting pulled by a mule, like, singing their songs at night. It's peaceful. A little creepy, but peaceful. Can be creepy, but peaceful. That's when the big bass start biting. Yo, Peter, what's going on, man? I'm in the river, bro. There's 55 pound. They found the university pulled a 55 out of here this past spring. So I mean, there's definitely some big fish in this area, you know. There's a confluence point of 2 rivers about 200 yards away, by the way, you guys. And then this is a creek that runs to the left. You can't see any of this, but to the left is a creek that runs from the big canal down here. So this creek spills out into the river. So we're fishing in front of a creek. And about 200 yards between the creek, well, you know what I mean, about 200 yards away from the confluence point, which is like where two rivers can come together. So we've got two rivers coming together, and this is just a shallow, slow-moving area. It has some depth change, and just a lot of, on the sides especially, not so much in the middle now. It died off for the most part, but this, I'm watching that, just to let you guys know. I see it moving. But that looks like a turtle. Hopefully it's a carp picking at it. My pack bait or something. But at least something's happening. I'd rather nothing. Actually, I'd rather not have a turtle. But yeah, so on both sides you've got this eelgrass. So I've got 3 rods, but you can't see that one. That one and this one are pretty much right in shallow, right in front of the weed line. And this one I launched basically right into the middle. I don't know. A Hail Mary, you might say. Dude, a 40 would be awesome. I hope I can land a 40 by myself. I probably can though from here, only because I like this spot. Even though I have all this eelgrass in front of me, which is also called Vallisneria, but I believe it's Vallisneria americana. But all this eelgrass in front of us. Oh, I thought I saw something over there too. All this eelgrass in front of us is super shallow water, so if I really have to, and I will in a heartbeat, I just gotta walk out there, take one for the team. Take one for the team, which I'll do. I've done it for myself before, so I'll do it anyway. But then I'll be drying my prosthetic that's already broken out for the next day. And you might say, well, why don't you put waders on? Well, because they won't fit over this bulky thing. It's one of the few things I can't do. That and snowboarding. I used to snowboard, can't do it. Don't really care because I never really liked it that much anyway, to be honest with you guys. Putting the mic down for 1 sec. Putting the chat down for 1 sec. I am watching the rods. I'm running about 10 feet behind the camera. Yes, bye. I threw a little bit of the field corn out there just to around the hook baits. Man, I hope we get one. I'd like to have one of those days one day where I just come out. I've had 2 so far in the last 4 months. But I don't carp fish enough, I guess. If I did, I'd probably have a lot more. Where you just have consistency. You get lucky, and they're just in that. They're just there. And they're going to be there. And you sit there for hours, and you get them. Although I never actually had a consistent carp day. I've had a carp day where I caught one every 2 hours. But I've had mixed with that same day where I was catching 1 to 2 channel cats an hour, so it kept it fun, I guess. It's you know what? I miss snowboarding out when we lived in California, but then when I went out here, and I know you can travel, like don't get me wrong, I know the East Coast is amazing for snowboarding and whatnot, but like where we would go up to like Mountain Creek or whatever it was called, it was always icy and you'd fall, and like it was just but the Sierra Nevadas, when we used to live out there when I was younger, that was awesome. We got stuck in that Donner Pass a few times where the people ate each other to survive. It's crazy. Driving a Toyota Camry. My parents would drive anywhere. They just like turned around when we got to the roadblock and we got chains for the tires. We were going to Reno, I think. And my dad's explaining the story as we're driving. Like, what the hell, man? I don't want to hear this. Come on, Carp. For those that don't know about that, I don't know enough about it either. So I just know they were trying to get through a pass in this area, and they got caught up in like a bad blizzard or something. And like it was a long one, I guess, and like they had to eat each other to survive, I guess. I don't know if I could do it. I might just go take one for the team. Just don't go for my head, please. Leave that for the burial. Hey. When I hold the net, sometimes magic happens. Plus it feels cool. You know, if you could get 4 rods, it would be awesome, because I don't like carp fishing with 2 rods, because then I feel underpowered. But if I could fish with 4, then I'd have a bass rod too. Did I hear a click? No. I'd have some smallmouth stuff tied on. Probably just a net rig or a drop shot. You would think a frog would be good because there's so much eelgrass in this creek, but I feel like everybody hammers them with frogs, so like they know what's coming. Every once in a while they'll like try to blow up on it. One day I'll actually land a frogfish. I came close this past, I don't know, June. I hammered them at Colonial Park yesterday. Hammered. Hate to say it, but sometimes I've had so many slow days where it's just like one fish drag on every time I get out, and then come on, carp, big carp. I wish I could put some Led Zeppelin on. I've been listening to like some old, like, I don't know what you call it, soul music and whatnot. Maze, anyone know Maze? Johnny Guitar. I don't want to blow it. I'm not even gonna go because I don't want to kill his last name. The OJs. Anyone know the OJs? I've been like, that's all I've been listening to lately. The Blackbirds. I go through phases. I'll go from old country, sometimes opera. I'll listen to opera even sometimes. It shows me out. I don't know what they're saying, but it sounds cool. All types of music. I love music. Man. Let's get a big carp. Appreciate you guys watching. Listen to the music. Throw a little more corn out there. I gotta check the clock and see when we're checking our baits, because I'm not taking chances. Clock. Listen to me. What does that say? 48 minutes. So we've had them in for probably 30 minutes. Give them another 10. Give them till about 8:20 EST. Sit on my carp. Hold up, I gotta see what. I didn't even see there was some stuff. Yo, Real Outdoors, what's going on, man? I don't know if I could listen to anything but rock. I like it all, man. I love rock too, dude. But I hear you. You like what you like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Doobie Brothers, heck yeah. I could definitely, if I could, I gotta look into it, because that'd be awesome, man. I'd be playing some Doobie. I'd take requests. I just don't think, I think you could probably do it if you don't really care about, like, getting to the monetization goal, which I do, so I want to try. But I'm gonna look into it. I know there's a lot of channels that do it, but I don't. Their content that they're putting out, I don't know whether they're concerned really with monetization or not. NJ. Oscar Antic, NJ, man. Or woman, I'm sorry. What's that song? Or a woman if you are one. I like swimming in the sea. There is a third rod over there, just to let you guys know. Oh. Wonder if anyone else is live right now. Anyone know? I know one person that probably is. NJ Fishing Maniac. Very consistent. I was singing, listen to the music. It probably also like affects it just saying the lyrics too, I bet. Now that I'm thinking. Hey, I'm promoting them. Something has just been tapping away. It's got to be a turtle. No, I was. Why do you ask, Fish Sticks? Is that why? Or was I singing that song? Or was I singing I Like Music? That song. I don't know. 6 one way, half a dozen the other, right? Come on. That old jingle bell over there better work. Yeah, it probably does, right? I gotta stop doing that. I do that a lot, so. This river is muddy. Do any carp, or do you have any carp people in here? And if so, do grass carp, which there's tons of common carp here too, which is I guess what I'm going after, because that's what I know. But like, will they eat off the bottom? Or do you have to have like a zig rig or something like that? Or, you know what I mean? Something suspended. That was... Or like a pop-up. One thing I know for sure, 3 minutes and I'm reeling these into, I'm checking them and casting them back out. But I know one thing for sure. There's bluegill all over the place. Dang, I should have brought my little rod. I could have pulled one in and just had a little fun. Had a little fun. It's crazy how quick this river could go from muddy to clear and clear to muddy. I guess it's not crazy, but I guess that's just the way it works. $8:21. 8:22. One more minute, and I'm gonna check these things. I want to see if I can't get that one. A little closer to the mouth. A little closer to the mouth of the creek, I'm thinking, but. Put some fresh boilies on. I'm gonna get those ready before. The old world classic. Oh, world classic baits. Corn boilies. Did I take the mesh bags? Nah, I'm gonna put some mesh PVA around the hook, filled with some crumbles. If it's not too wet, or I'll just do it really quick at the end, right before I cast. Because if the leader is wet and it gets the mesh bag wet, then it melts the mesh bag. I have not caught anything yet, Leo. We've been going for maybe, what are we saying, like 40 minutes now in terms of actually having lines in the water. Nothing. Taps. Just taps. It's definitely a good spot for carp because I've been fishing here for years and years without ever caring about carp. So I've seen a lot of carp. I've even caught a carp on a jig when I was bass fishing one time in this area. And then the other day I was bass fishing near here and I saw a carp. Like right around this area. So we're getting the So, before I actually pull it in, show you what I'm gonna do. So this is that hair rig. You can see it down there, but hopefully. What I do, so there's a little hair that hangs below your hook, and it's a short leader to a swivel, and on that hair, I hope it's focused, I can't see. So I threaded these two, and these are just like Seminole. They're hard little balls that smell really strong, like sweet corn or pineapple or whatever you want. These are sweet corn. You buy them. I get mine on Amazon. And then it's a lot easier when there's something pulling back. But then you just slide those up, obviously, and thread them on. Slide those up, thread them on there. Get this out of the equation. Then take a bait stop. I'll pick that up. Then I'm going to take my bait stop and put it through a little loop, the same one that I put my threading needle that I just put away through. Pull that boilie up until it reaches the bait stop. I'm just going to leave these guys dangling. Hold on, the hook was in my thumb again. And you end up with this. So when the carp, this is going to be laying on the bottom, so when the carp suck in those balls and spit it out, that hook point, the idea is to get them right in the lip, and then they run, and the weight that is pegged, so the weight that can't move, it can move, because I don't want it breaking off and having a weight dragging around them, so I use bobber stops instead of, so I have it, but whatever. So when they hit the weight, when they run, they hit that heavy weight that you put on there, and it sets the hook for you. And then all you got to do is lift the rod. And I've never not hooked a carp with one of these in the lips. The only one time have I actually gut hooked a fish, it was one bullhead. So now that that's on there, they're gonna have to stay. I'm gonna do 2 different ones, and then I'll start reeling everything in. I just want to get everything ready to rebait if I have to. Greg, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the morning skunk fest. Nah, we're gonna rip one today. We're gonna get a big one today. I know it. For whatever reason, I just have a feeling. I feel optimistic, and usually, sometimes, that works out in my favor. Because most days I feel pessimistic. Ducky Duck, how are you? How are you? How are you? How you doing? So I just showed how to put these a second ago close up on that hair rig. I'm gonna do a video because a lot of people always ask. Greg, thank you so much. Appreciate that. For real. Oh, for anyone new joining, like if you want a sub to your fishing channel, just say sub in the, like just sub is fine, because anything where I see the word sub, I'm going to stop, because I'm going to play back the chat once it processes. It usually takes like 24 hours, but to where I could actually play the chat back. But once I can, I'll play it back, and anyone who said that, I'll go to your channel and subscribe, support you. Okay, so these are on there. We're good to go. Let's start checking the, let's reel them in. Get this one out of the way first. I'm not leaving. I'm just redoing. I'm checking our bait. These are probably fine. The corn usually is, which is why I like using corn. So here's a good example. And this is way lighter than most people use, but I like it. It works for me on these lighter rods because I can't launch. So this is like a 1 ounce sinker, but most people I think would use like a 2-3 ounce sinker. So hold on, let me stop that from moving. So in this one, and my bait stop, I never put it on, and the corn's still on there, so it should be pulled down more. I was just tired when I got it out there. Hold on. Hold up. I think I was staring at it for a while when I put it on, like, why is it so jammed up next to the hook? So there you go, right there. And notice those bobber stops above the weight, they're holding that weight against the swivel. So when the fish pulls, when it gets the little tip of the hook in there and freaks out and starts running, that weight catches them and your drag starts going off. And that's why you set your drag extremely loose. You want them running. You want to get them, or use a bait runner, but I don't have any. So I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? Before I get that one out there, I want to get this one out there, because this one, that one will get in the way of this one. What's this? 9 foot. 9 foot. How are we looking? Any tangles? Something was picking on it the whole time, so. No tangle, which is awesome. That's the one thing. That's why I like to make my pack bait with this. I'm gonna start getting the flat sinkers that don't have the issue of your hook coming around and getting tangled in the cage, because I feel like once the pack bait is out of there, which I don't like making mine that soft anymore, I like to keep it in there a little longer, because especially on the river where there's like a flow too, I don't want it to drift away. But I don't know if that's good or bad, because maybe it could drift that way and they come this way. I just thought about that. So who knows? But in any case, try to get some of this wet stuff off of there. Toss it where we'll be. So I just want to put some new boilies on here. Potentially a mesh bag, but actually I think we can do it. I think we can do the mesh bag. Triple threat. The hook bait, pack bait, and a mesh bag. Ah. Why do flies always go right into your ear? Or how does, I shouldn't say always, but how does one always find their way if you give them long enough to try? Something went up. Where'd my bait stop again? Let's put the bait stop. The little bait stops I'm not a huge fan of, but the longer one, I feel like can split the boilie sometimes, so you get a shorter life on your boilie. Come on, straighten up. There we go. So I'm gonna pull the first one down until it's tight with that bait stop. Next thing I'm gonna do is pack bait, and the last thing I'll do is the PVA bag. Excuse me. Yo, Reno, what's going on, dude? Thank you. Thanks for being here, man. Charles, what's going on? No, not yet. No, not yet, not yet. I wish. There's big fish potential here, but we shall see if today lightning strikes. So my pack bait recipe it's always kind of the same, except I added beans today. It's oatmeal, sweet feed, which is a horse food. And then, what else? Cream corn, panko breadcrumbs, a lot of stuff in here. Panko, vanilla extract. And then to revive it this morning, since this I made the other day, and I needed to revive it, it was so dry, I put a little bit of sweet corn that I had left, and a little can of baked beans, and it worked pretty well. Feels like fresh. I got the consistency I wanted. I don't think it matters what you put in it, to be honest, as long as it has a little bit of drawing power. I think they just check out anything. Alright, let me get this here and dry my hands. I'd like to put that mesh bag on, but I'd also like to not waste too much time here. We do have one in the water though, so that's good. Oh, and let's put some fish oil. Let's do everything, because you never know, there could be a catfish out there. That might attract them a little more. It definitely will attract a carp, just the same. This ready for that. Stick. Okay. I always keep my old boilies so that they dry up, and then I can do what I'm about to do, which I'll bring it over there. So this is a tube, and around the tube is PVA mesh, which is a type of mesh that melts once it's in the water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill a little bag. That's all I want to put in, because I don't have enough boilies to. Sometimes I would fill this thing way up, but today I don't have enough boilies left to mess around with that, so I'll try to keep my knot as tight as possible. Just an overhand knot. That's fine, it's not the best, but I'll cut this excess off the bottom. I'm like way too close, sorry. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm trying here. I'm no Steven Spielberg. Alright, so then I always tie a second knot, which is what I learned from watching videos from people much smarter than me when it comes to carp fishing. But then you put a second knot there so that you're ready for your next time. And then you cut, and you don't want to get this wet, because it melts pretty quickly, completely dissolves, leaving. So then what I'm gonna do is take this and I'm gonna hook it onto the hook, and when I cast it out there, the idea is that this lays as crumbles. Once it dissolves away, it'll lay as crumbles next to my hook bait, so it's an added attractant. Also, I get this off Amazon in case anyone wants to get some. This is where this is the kind I get. I just tripped Donal PVA mesh, 25 millimeter, 5 meters. It's pretty good. I could see it being used in a lot of fishing applications. Ow. These hooks are sharp. So then, and from here I'm going to cast it fairly quick, although this is pretty dry now, so I think I'm safe. So what I'm going to do is take, I'm not People who actually carp fish in like Europe or here that know what they're doing probably like laughing at me, but you want to go twice through there because you don't want it dissolving too soon. Okay, so there you go, there you have it. So now I've got 2 boilies hanging from the hair. My hook is right there. I've got the PVA bag hanging from there, which is going to dissolve away. And when this is laying on the ground, we're going to have this pack bait behind it. And we're going to have this little crumbled bag of these and these juicy ones for them to suck in. And that's all she wrote. Trying to get it. I'm gonna try this. I think I can pull it off. You know what? It's exactly. It's not as far as I wanted to be out there, but it's still in the vicinity of the opening of that creek at least. So. They come in and out of the creek when I see them. I think there's deeper areas in this creek along the outside bend than there are out there. Because I've seen this on a clear day in a kayak, and I don't know if I see any big holes. I can't remember, but I don't think so. There's like a contour map that says there are, but I don't think there are. Over there, it gets deep. That one's good. This one can go right out. So I'll toss this one a little more. And then when you cast these hair rigs, it's good to stop it right as it hits the water so that the weight stops and the hair, ideally you want the hair to lay in front of the weight. So by stopping the weight right as it stops, it forces the hair rig to go that way, and then you gently feel it down to the bottom. And that's all she wrote. Come on. I like this little reel I picked up. It holds a lot of. Sounds good. It's cheap. And numero tres. Sorry, I've got allergies. I hope I'm not like sniffling away over here. I forgot to put the fish sauce on that one, but I'll put it on this one. Mr. What is it? Tangle. Nope, no tangle. But the bait's gone, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, I'm gonna get this one going pretty quick though. Same thing, I'm just using field corn instead of boilies on this one. Let me see what we got going on. Let's see, Ducky Duck, I said hi, but what's up again? Greg, thank you again, my friend. Reno, what's going on? Charles, negative, which I already told you. I hope so, though. PVA is good, thank you, Pierre. Your approval actually means a lot because you definitely know what you're doing. You have it also in bags, work perfectly. Dude, I have solid bags. I don't need to get them, but I want to try solid bags. It just seems like more of a... I've got to have inline flat leads is what I need to do that, though. I guess I don't need them. I could use these, but once you get to that size, the lead gets so big. Start with corn. Just want to get these out there pretty quick. I did do one with sweet corn one time where I salted it, and it does work if you salt the sweet corn. There's a specific way to do it. And I tested it, and it worked. It did not melt the PBA, but I put a ton of salt. Basically mummified it. Can't tell if somebody's coming this way or over there, or if it's just a big deer or something. And then with my boiled feed corn that I'm using as bait, that's mixed with chili powder. I'm almost out, I gotta make a new batch, but that's vanilla and chili powder. Just to give some attractant to that. To that. To that. So I'm just gonna launch this one out to this one's off camera. I wish I could fit 3 rods over here, but I just feel like it'd be a pain in the butt. Appreciate you guys watching, by the way. If anyone hasn't, if you don't mind liking, I appreciate it. I know I haven't caught anything yet. It's the usual. I'll figure them out one of these days. By next season, I'm gonna be a carp aficionado. Not an expert. That takes a life, I think. But I'm saying I'll know enough to be able to consistently target. You know what? I know if you go to the ponds and stuff, but I don't want to go to the pond today. I'm sick of going to the pond. I want to go to the river and try for something like record breaking, you know? If you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly. That's what my friend Denny always says. Shout out Denny Waldron Tattoos on Instagram. If you're gonna be a bear, you might as well be a grizzly. So I'm using fluorocarbon leaders, by the way, like a few feet on this one, which is kind of good and kind of a curse on this short rod because I should have made it a little shorter because I do not like the leader knot going through my guide. Not because I'm afraid of my guide getting ruined, but because I don't want to weaken that knot. With all that weight going through there, I feel like it could disturb something. And yes, I'm an old man, but I drank 2 pots of coffee today. I'm almost done with my first water bottle, so I'm gonna take a bush break. LeBron James on the 76ers. Crazy. It's crazy. Every time I see that towel, it makes me think about it. Thirsty. When I go carp fishing, I don't leave home unless I'm going with World Classic Baits. Comes in all flavors. I'm not a paid advertiser. It's actually like, I like this company. I'm gonna order some more today or tomorrow. Get some pineapple. This other Amazon company is good with the dissolvable boilies and their pop-ups. The what is it called? Bait Nerd. Their pop-ups smell so good. Hold up. Oh my gosh, that's strawberry. I saw a kid eating them. Oh, Outdoor Boys, when he was little, kid kept eating the pack bait. The dad was like, stop eating the pack bait. But yeah, this company's good. They're expensive, that's the thing. And they dissolve. So, you get a shorter life. You have to use a few each session, even if they're still on the hook, no matter what you want to do. Because they're gone. Rooster Tails, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining, dude. It's nice to see you guys. You know what I mean. See, hear. See, I don't know enough about carp fishing. What I know is when I ask, okay, you guys are going to be like, oh, why do you ask AI? But whatever. I was just saying, when I ask AI, because I'm a bad decision maker, I'm like, all right, where should I go today? Roosevelt Park in Edison, or Creighton Lake, which we've gone to a lot of times, and it has pretty, like, there's always a carp to be caught. It said if you want the high percentage, hit the river. And this is a spot I know, so like, I know there's carp around, there's lots of vegetation around. There's a channel that runs out of this creek, and about 200 yards is where 2 rivers come together, this one and another one. And then you get to a big dam. So, and I can hear the dam from here, that's how close it is. So I mean, like, I'm not a carp expert, but I just feel like if I don't catch one, it's not that it's a bad spot. I don't think it is, at least. I don't know. I have more luck on the canal. I should have gone to the canal. But first of all, hindsight's 20/20, and second of all, I had a decision to make. And I wanted to get earlier because once you get to this time, that canal gets busy with people walking by. And there's no good spot to just like set the tripod without having to take up some of the trail. And people get pissed off at that. Like, I don't like being selfish and using it all up. Man, this spot's been staying clean lately. I cleaned it up a couple days ago. And then today I got a few things. E&J bottle somebody left. That's gone. But it's spotless, and it's not just my work either. I think other people have taken the initiative. I always try to keep my fishing spots clean. The only thing I won't pick up is the old NJ whitefish, and I'm not going to tell you what that is, but that's what the state police call it. That I ain't picking up. Oh my gosh, I didn't put my bell on that rod. If it's going off, I would never know. It's not. It didn't go up. My bait's still exactly where I put it. I could tell. Come on. I'm gonna do a lot more carp fishing on the river though, not just here. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find these SOBs. This thing's such a slow moving river. I mean, I should have just done it today, but I'm an idiot. I should have kayaked and then found like a sick bank around like that outside bend over there and just there's like a log jam there too. There's also like a guy fishing right there. What the hell? He's in like prime territory, I think. I can't believe that. I've never seen somebody fishing over there. I've seen them on the banks over here, or like where you can't see it, but the water guys are cleaning up or taking samples from. But I have never seen them from there. But there's a bend up there, and then there's a big log jam that comes out. He's fishing in that spot. Smart, I feel like, because there'd be an eddy on this side of it where he's fishing. Sly dog, you. I saw some guy on a freaking motorboat ripping it on Tuesday night here. He like gave me a wave, like genuinely being nice. He was like, "How you doing, man?" Meanwhile, he was doing like 40 and sending like freaking waves up my way. I had to move all my stuff, my bass stuff, so it was pretty easy. My new thing is I stream until it gets too hot for me, and then I'm done. Yo, go check out Rooster's channel. It's an awesome channel. Awesome channel. I was watching the other day. That was sick, dude. I haven't had too much time in the last few days to look at anything on YouTube, but I should have some more time now that it's Thursday. The time I have had, I've honestly been out trying to fish and take video of it too, because I was out of video. So I haven't been posting much. But I've got some stuff now, so I just gotta work on it. Yo, go back. You're getting back to work, dude. God bless you, man. And thank you, bro. Thank you. I hope you have a great day at work. Hopefully I catch your next stream, dude. Getting smallies. Waiting. Check out Real Outdoors. Sorry, you guys, I'm not good with this stuff. I'll get good at, like, what you gotta do. Shouting people out. Reno Hooks, check out my man. Lucas Fishing. I gotta get back to you on that one. But my friend from here who makes jigs, and they look really good. I saw him on his channel this morning. I think he made me some. He wanted to give them to me, but I'm buying them off of him. They look great though. Like colors I've never seen before. So I mean, like, I'm not blowing smoke up, but at all. They're really nice. It looks sick. Like, I've never seen jigs that color or design before, so. I turn the camera a little bit to the left to stay ahead of the sun. Fall. It's at an angle. It's weird. I need a better tripod. I'm very restricted with this one. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. I gotta stop. They're gonna not monetize me. can I sacrifice here to keep my camera more stable? I could cut some of my pad. I do have more. That's what I'm gonna do. Cut some pad to make a shim. If you're ever stuck in the wilderness with your carp pad and you need a shim for your camera for survival, look no further. I've got your back. Just cut a piece of your carp mat. It's actually, if I was a real carp mat, I wouldn't do this. It's a yoga mat. My daughter gave me old yoga mat. I don't know what happened. I saw it in the garage at her mom's house. And I was like, what's going on with that? And she was like, it's dirty. I'll take it. I'll take it. Nothing like a good shim. Nothing like a good shim. I'm gonna scout. Let me check the chat, and then I'm gonna scout to see if we have room to move into the creek. If all this fills with sun out here. Let's see. For fishing's sake, not for my comfort. I'll fish where the fish are. Yo, cuz, what's going on, man? And thank you. It is beautiful here. I'm going to start fishing the river more often. There's all kinds of spots like this that are cool. Thanks for joining, man. If you guys haven't, and you don't mind liking, doing the old double tap. Okay, let's see. So I'll be not far. Trust me, I can see the rods from where I am. Kind of. Not the whole time, so I'm going to be really quick. But I want to see. Okay. No, I got cut by some random plant, so I'm sure that'll be a rash. I found another spot. I cleared it up. I gotta start bringing hedge trimmers because I was cutting a bunch of poison ivy away with scissors, so I know I'll have that all over my hands. It's my only chance. But I do have a little backup to the creek, which I think we might take sooner rather than later. Ding ding. Thank you, cuz, by the way, if I didn't say thank you for that before. I get my sunglasses. Thank you. I just fill these up with tap water. Good old NJ tap water. It comes right out of that canal. In case you didn't know. Now you do. Time is it? Time 9:17. I'm giving this 10 minutes and I'm moving into the creek, boys and girls, where the action is. I know it is. "10 minutes and we're going to the creek," which is right there. It's 20 feet behind me. But I think it's going to be a better spot with the sun blasting down out here and the fact that I've seen them in there and caught them in there. I know they like to be in there. There's a lot of grass in there. The heck? Oh, it's a silk. You can't see it probably, but it's like one of those little dangling worms. Silkworm? Is that what they call it? What's up, dude? You came from a long ways up. Like a real long ways up, man. Where is he going? The heck is that? Oh yeah. It's like 100 feet up. What the heck? there, I don't think I got room for 3, so I might leave this one in the river outside the mouth of the creek where it is right now, and then I'll move these in the creek, these 2. That way we're hitting them all. Outside with Tom, Unearthing History. I love that channel, Outside with Tom. It's a good American carp channel. There's tons of other ones, UK channels too. There's tons of UK channels, Spanish channels, like straight out of Spain, French. I watch them all, but my favorite American is this guy, American Carp Angler, and Outside with Tom. Those 2, I think, are pretty good if you're into like watching American carp fishing, just to get an idea of the waters here, I guess. I don't know. There's different techniques that we use over here, but I like to use a mix because I don't see. There's a lot of advantages to the things, the like complications that like they do in Europe, for instance, but you initially see them as disadvantages, like inefficiency as an American, because I think because we're like run by, like, honestly, having that anti-tangle sleeve and all that stuff, man, that would come in handy. I keep trying to get the inline Corda weights. They're always out of stock over here. Everywhere I try to get like the kit he sells. Yeah, I'm moving in the creek. That's the sound we want to hear. Oh man, whatever is over there loves corn. It's probably like a bunch of bluegill. I re-rigged this before I throw it over there in the creek. The best is yet to come. I knew that corn was no good. I honestly knew that was going to happen with that one. Where'd my corn go? Ah. It's right under me. Nope, no good. Where is my fake corn? There it is. put 2 fake corns to give it a little bit of a waft, I guess. A little neutral buoyancy, hopefully. Because these things don't really float as well. They say they float, but I think I've seen them sink on their own. Moving to the creek, one rod at a time. And you put it over there, they don't touch it. It's funny. Not many bluegill in that area, I guess. Okay, so these two. Get the rod holders set up over there first. And then I'm going to check this one and keep it over here. Some crazy jungle stuff over here. Land of poison ivy. Alright, I'm not touching any more of that. Should be alright. Let's check this one real quick. And then we're making the big move. If anything good has happened for us, a little light breeze picked up right in our faces, which means it'll be pushing into the creek also. Alright, we're good. I'm not gonna put more more boilies in a PVA bag because time. And because I don't have any more to waste. I'm down to like maybe like 6 boilies, to be honest. I gotta get more. I've got pop-ups. It's a big chunk. Before I do that, money, 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 money. I should have done that first. Oh, yeah. That ain't going nowhere. Alright, so this one we're leaving in the river. The other 2 we're going to the creek. I know exactly where I put it. Could be good, it could be bad. But there's some rocks and there's a few logs right there. I know, because I know this area like the back of my hand. In terms of the structure and cover. That angle, I should be able to see it. Let me move the cam. Let's see what happens. If anything goes down, I apologize, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. But I don't anticipate that. Sometimes when I move things, all hell breaks loose. Let me show you what I was talking about while I have you way up in the air. So like, we're fishing there. This is the outlet of this creek. And we're gonna fish right here. And if you notice, I'm gonna take you down. See all the poison ivy? See all that? That's all poison ivy. So I'm taking one for the team. So please like and subscribe. I'm even gonna put my camera right in the poison ivy. Okay, I'm getting bad signal. Hold up. Sorry. Come on. How far can I get away from this? I might have to drop the bit rate, but I'm hoping I can stay stable right there. I don't want to drop the bit rate. It takes too long. It takes too much time out of my precious day. I think that's alright though. Alright, I'm gonna just leave the mic here. I don't want to take anything. back, you guys. I just moving all the stuff over now and the other rod. Almost done. Almost done. I squished that pack bait on the other rod down with my foot, I just noticed. I can't keep all the equipment in front of the camera, so. Two reasons why I'm sitting behind the camera. One is because I don't want to get poison ivy all over my legs. Two is it's too tight. And three, I really got to keep an eye on that other rod now, because when I was just over there, I saw a carp surfacing. So let me see how far I can move my connection back. Get a good signal. Try to maintain a signal, at least. It looks like it's going up and down, up and down. How we looking? It looks alright, but I'd rather it not be skipping around like that. I'm watching my upload speed. Alright, let me check this comment chats. I didn't even see people chatting in here. Okay. Yo, PvP. Sorry I missed you, bro. I was just moving spots. Thanks for joining, dude. When we get another kayaking again, it's Randy. Oh, Randy, bro. I'm telling you. First of all, Randy, what's up, dude? Second of all, I was about to answer back in the group chat, but I realized there's like a bunch of people in there, so I don't know who they are. And I don't want to say something funny that they won't think is funny. Because I was going to say, with the drone thing, I was going to be like, you guys are just old men complaining about technology. You got to get with the times. Nah, I'm just joking. But honestly, Randy, I'm ready to go kayaking whenever you are. This weekend, I can't because I've got the little one. But next week, any day. The week following, any day. You know me. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. But I miss you, man. I really do. I miss having somebody that called me at 8 o'clock at night to get my ass out of bed. Or out of my couch. Off my couch and out fishing. I miss those days. I wish I lived closer to you. These little things. What is this? I want to see. It must be like a little caterpillar or something. Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is. It's like a ball. Gone now. I flicked it into... Well, you let me know, man, because you have the schedule. You have the tight schedule. Mine's manipulative. You know what I mean. You'd think I'd know this. I was an English major. Yep. I wanted to be a teacher. Then I started cleaning aquariums. Striped bass. Dude, I'm ready for that as well, man. I know you're not a huge fan of fluke fishing, but I'm gonna do that very soon because you know me, I'd like to get a flounder and bring it home and cook it. Some Parmesan panko crusted flounder. Oh my gosh. It's so good. My daughter's favorite. But I'm ready for stripers too, bro. I need another cool short to post of you, bro. This is anyone that's seen the short of the giant striped bass being caught. That's PvP. One of the best fishermen I've ever met, and I mean that actually. Sincerely. The guy's caught more giant walleye, smallies, probably everything. Largemouth too. I know, everything. I'm probably missing something. Stripers. Blues. State record for the biggest bull shark. No, I'm fine with it at this point, bro. I'll do it. I'll launch off the hook. I don't care. I'm at a new point in my life where I don't care about that. I'll just do it. Let's do it, man. I'm down with the fish finders. I'll bring in my side scan though. I'm so down to do that, honestly. Just tell me when. Other than when I have my daughter, which is this weekend. And, other days too, but I can always move things around. I wish I could get her more into it. She's very good at fishing. She just doesn't love it anymore. Dude, I'm so down to do that. I'd also like to go back to, the cranberry. Or, you know which one I'm talking about. I can't remember the name, but the one where we smacked up, like, the small bass all day. That was so fun. Little SW. doesn't even matter if I say it because it won't give anything away. That's not really a Giants kind of place. It's just a fun kayaking place to catch numbers if you know what you're doing. Because remember all those guys trying to get into the good spots before we could with our kayaks? And then we found a good spot and they were just watching us catch fish all day. Because you threw the lizard. I know your schedule, but I also know that you have a woman, a fiance, soon to be wife, so I also know you have other obligations, so you let me know, you know the deal. I always say, you tell me, and I'll make it happen. This would be a really fun trip also. I know Kevin was talking about it in the chat, but this would be awesome too, just floating the millstone for smallies. Yeah, little swarts. Man, there must be a huge lag. Because I said that like a minute or two ago. Little swarts would, yeah. I love that place, man. It's so chill there. It's like a relaxing place. Remember we were on the big one and like gale force winds came and you still wanted to stay out there and I was too scared. I think I made the right call for both of us, bro. You're not supposed to be out there when you can't control the bow of your kayak. 2-foot freaking breakers coming over the side of my kayak. I'm like, yeah, I'm heading back, man. And then we get to the next place and there's no wind right down the street. That was crazy. That was awesome. Good day. Good times, good times. Yeah, dude, your campfire spot that I think you said your friends you guys made like back in the old days. I cleaned it up the other day because everybody uses it as like a garbage pit. This whole area is like so clean right now. But we should do Hapakong and just hit the docks. That would be fun too. Skip under docks all day. Plus, you could go after walleye. Randy Walleye. That's what you'll always be on my phone as Randy Walleye. The wind sucked, yeah. If that's what you're talking, I don't remember. So you're off today, because it's Thursday. You fishing today? Yo, SWC, what's going on, man? Thank you for dropping in. Put sub if you have a channel, and I'm going to go through the live chat later, the playback, once it processes, and I'll sub to anyone's channel who's got fishing content. Just put sub so I know what to look for in the chat. It just makes my life a little easier. Okeechobee. You got good bass fishing over there in Okeechobee. Very good bass fishing. Lake Okeechobee, baby. I would love to go there one day. There, Santee Cooper, Clear Lake out in California. I've got a whole bucket list, man. What I can't believe is that Clear Lake's bass are actually northern strain bass that just eat a lot of food. Because I didn't think northern strain bass could be consistently that large. I thought that Clear Lake had southern strain, but it makes sense because it's cold up there. You did? Thank you, man. I'll do the same. I know the deal. I always try to make at least, even if I don't have time to watch shorts or anything, I make at least a comment because YouTube picks it up. Somebody told me that a while ago. Or I try to, unless I really don't have time. But small water charters, we run bass and crappie trips on around. Dude, if I ever get out there, I know who to call. If I ever get down there. My parents have made like 2 trips in the last couple of months. I just gotta hitch a ride with them. They always offer, I think. They like driving because they like to stop in Georgia and stuff and get food. They've always been driving. My family's always been, they fly a lot, but they like to drive. We drove all the way across the country when we moved out here from California. A lot of cornfields out there, I'll tell you that much. A lot of cornfields. Some states you can literally drive from morning till night and never get out of cornfields until you pull off somewhere and find a hotel. I don't know. 2 over 9 pounds? Yeah, dude. You know what I've caught? That's amazing, first of all, and congrats. But my biggest is like 5.7 pounds, and that was like the biggest. That's the only over 5 I've caught in the last 3 years in New Jersey. They're tough over here. At least tough for me. You'd probably smoke them over here, because you guys, southern strain bass are actually harder to catch. Northern strain bass are kind of stupid. At least that's what everybody says. I'd love to see somebody come over here and just lay them down for me. Teach me some stuff. 10.6, oh my gosh. One day I'll get there. But I'm going to have to travel to do it. Getting a 10.6 here would be like, I don't know, I think the state record, I forget what it is. Somewhere around there. Yeah, that's crazy, man. You live on one of the premier fisheries in the entire United States. You're super lucky, dude. Super lucky. That's on my list. It's I've got a short list, and that one's on there. Santee Cooper's on there. Clear Lake, Lake Texana actually is on there. Your wife's is 9.15. That's so sick. I usually sit in front of the camera, just to let you guys know, but I'll explain it again. We moved from a clear spot on the river to a poison ivy, like central over there. My rods are sitting in it, everything is, so I'm gonna chill here. Location, yeah. You gotta find them, but see, there's a canal that runs parallel to this river to our right. We're just on a creek that's in between the two, but that canal, as somebody who kayaks it all the time, I know areas, because I know fish. I'm not an exaggerator with my sizes ever. I don't see a reason to, you know, but I've caught enough bass in my life to have a pretty good idea of size. So I've seen 7 to 8 pound bass in the canal, and I know exactly where they are. I know where they live, but I can't get them. I'd love to see somebody who like really, really knows what they're doing. Because I like the tournament guys that I fish in sometimes, like they don't miss a fish in an area. Like one of those guys, if I showed them that spot, which I would, somebody, just to see how you get them. I'm not willing to float a shiner because I feel like that could work. We call Donkey Land. That's a good name. Less packed than Okeechobee. Dude, I'll definitely check you out, man. 100%. What time is it? 10. The signal's getting jumpy. People driving by using up my upload speed for their GPS to get to work and stuff. What the heck? Don't you guys know I'm fishing? I'm trying to stream. You use all artificial. Me too, man. I don't use all artificial. If I'm bait fishing for catfish, or I'm not using artificial. But if I'm bass fishing, I just can't do it. That's not true, man. I ice fish, and that we use shiners, live shiners on tip ups, and worms and all wax worms and all that stuff. But that's different. That's ice fishing. So I also jig too. But for bass, man, like in season, every time I've contemplated doing it, I just can't do it. It just feels like cheating. It's cheating myself. I have no disrespect to anyone who likes doing it. I know people who do. But to me, it's the challenge of like tricking them, figuring out what. This whole area right here, you can see all that, the matted vegetation. I shouldn't even say this, but I've been catching bass out of here just flipping like half-ounce jigs over the grass and just letting them fall through. I've been smacking them down in here. And just a drop shot to clean them up. Nothing over like a pound though, but just fun, you know. Nothing over like 2 pounds actually, but just fun. Some smallies, some largemouth. Yeah, when you're exactly, dude. When you're not bass fishing, I feel like, and even carp fishing, because there's a lot of people that are really into the carp around the world. It's more of a technique game, whereas, yeah, dude, thank you for coming in, man. And your wife's just right. Go eat, man. Eat it up. It's really nice to meet you. I'll check out your stuff. I'm gonna sub to your channel. I do it after, so I have the time to actually, you know what I mean? But I do it. I actually do it. I do what I say I'm gonna do. I'll catch you later though, man. You might be back to me going, because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be streaming. We've been going, 2.5 hours, that's it. Probably go another 30 minutes. Can't just fish all day. I could if I didn't care about eating. Hydrilla for days. I don't know if anyone's from this area, but that New Market Pond, it's literally just a mile of hydrilla on both sides, which is awesome if you like grass fishing. Come on, carp. So just to let you guys know, the one to the right is sitting in the deep channel, which is along the outside edge of this, because like when the water's ripping through here, it rips. So this outside edge has been just from time. That's how it works. The outside edge is generally going to be deeper, steeper, because the water flow cuts away at it. So the right side in here is that channel that leads out into the river, whereas as you can see by the growth of the vegetation, which doesn't grow in deep water, you can see how shallow it is out there. So I've got this one on the right actually in the channel, just along the bank, and then that one I've got just outside the channel on the right side in the opening. Nothing's in the grass. I know that this whole area pretty well, so I have everything in like clear little zones. And the river rod is not doing anything. The old river rod. One of these days I'll catch a carp. And then I'll set him free. Oh, something just jiggled that one on the right. I saw a slight jiggle. I don't want to walk over there because it's so clear in there compared to the river that they could see you. And I know for a fact they always get spooked when I see them in here. This would be a good little top water area for carp. Just free line of bread ball. Oh, 31 likes. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I just saw that. But it's alright. Said it's alright. Easy for you to say. I'll lower this a little so I can see it. Screw it. I'm gonna go see if I see a carp in there. I'll be quiet. Nothing. Nothing. Too bad I wasn't streaming yesterday. I saw one in there. I feel like I've got a lot better luck carp fishing with the big ones, at least in the evening into the nighttime. I just got to get a good setup. Like I've got to get the what do you call it? Lanterns and all that crap. Yo, Pumpkin, what's going on? Thank you for joining. It's Skunk Fest today, but it's pretty. It is pretty. This creek, I love this creek. It's so peaceful. Especially when the mosquitoes aren't out. Yeah, if we're not catching fish...
Yo, Pumpkin, what's going on?
Whoa, let me turn the volume down. If we're not catching fish, at least for me, the blood pressure is dropping because it's nice. It's really nice. That river rod would be cool if it went off. I'll grab this camera and run over there real quick. It's got the bell on it. It's only 20 feet to the right, so I'll see it. I'll hear it if it goes off. Pumpkin KBC. Carp. next trip's gonna be for carp is gonna probably be to Mercer Lake, because I've been wanting to get out there. It's known for some giants. It's a huge body of water, and it just looks like an awesome place. And also, I know the reception's really good there. I actually went there last week and tested it, but I got there at the wrong time. We had tried to stream. I drove an hour to get out there, and then we tried to stream at this other spot. Connection was bad. By the time I got it going at the good spot, Mercer Lake, it was too hot. But I like it there because it's got like a really defined channel that you can really cast on the edge of, or, you know. It's got like a nice contour map that you can trust when you're looking at it. You can give it a little more confidence that you know where you're trying to fish is where you're fishing. Because a lot of these contour maps, they suck once you actually get out there and realize that, yeah, it probably did look like that before it got silted in over like 20 years. Now it's just one big silt pile on the bottom. C130 Aviation, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining. I shouldn't say man, because you never know. I always say man. Man. You never know, because we have a lot of women. Like my friend Lorraine. I'm glad Lorraine's not watching, because I don't want her to watch unless I'm catching a carp. Lorraine is out in the across the pond. That's what I'm trying to say, across the pond. Back check it in? Nah, dude, not yet. Hopefully we do. I've been going almost 3 hours now with nothing. If we get to the 3 hour mark, I'm giving it up though. That's how I do it. That's what I do. Unless I'm like camping or something these days. I get out before the sun comes up too much. The fall, that's a different story. Spring, I'll chill. You had to do some family stuff, dude. I hope you don't feel like you're obligated to ever be here, because I get that feeling sometimes when I watch people's live streams. Sometimes I'll be watching and I won't even chat because I don't want to feel obligated to like stay there, but I want to support people. And like, I don't want people to ever get that feeling on my channel. Like mod, no mod, I don't care. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you had just said hi and left, I wouldn't have cared at all. I mean, it's always nice to see you, is what I mean. So I care about seeing you, but you get what I'm saying. Because, trust me, I'm the king of not having time. I don't really stop until I fall asleep. I wake up at 4 and I'm off to the races. Second cup, or the first pot of coffee. I drink one pot of coffee and then I'm good. And then I start working on the second, and then I'm really good. Which isn't good, I know. but it's what I do. And then I drink more coffee throughout the day. We all gotta die of something. All help welcome. Thanks, Pierre. What did I just hear? I thought it was my bell. All help welcome. Exactly, Pierre. That's how it should be, bro. It's like you, bro. You come in and probably like every once in a while you might catch a catch. I never thought twice about it. Who cares? It's awesome. I love when you just stop in and say hi. But I get that feeling, and I don't know if that's just me, because I'm a socially anxious person. Even though I like do a live stream videos and stuff, I've had horrible social anxiety my whole life. So like I feel like I think too much about stuff like that, which then I guess I project it onto what other people might be thinking, which I don't think is that far off, because I've been told by other people they feel the same way. And I just want to make it clear that I don't care. I care about seeing you, but I don't care. Because, you know what? It's a Thursday at 10 a.m. here, at least. People got stuff to do. Not everybody has the time at that particular moment in their life to sit down and just watch some guy fishing. And sometimes we do, and I do. I think I fell asleep to action with Jackson last night. They were like getting ready for Rob's big trip to New York, actually, right down the road from us. I don't know where he's going, but it looked cool. I love that channel. Those dudes they put out good content. They're entertaining. And then I followed that dude Rob too, because I didn't even know he had his own channel. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's doing in New York. But 99.9% of the time, I got time to like stop in and say hi to people, and that's it. And then I'm either working with my daughter or filming nowadays, like trying to get footage. Because I can't put stuff up unless I have something to put up. Or planning a live stream. You guys know the deal. I just want to catch a carp. It's crazy. Stupid AI. I'm sick of listening to that. Next time, I'm going to listen to my heart and fish up by that lock. Outside of the lock where I've caught them before. So it's probably a smarter move. But I have this goal to catch a river carp. I just don't think this is, even though I know this can be like a place that's probably on fire some days, I don't think it's consistent. I think there's sometimes they're in here, sometimes they're not, or maybe they're always in this area, but sometimes they're feeding. I don't know. But I know I'm going to find it. Primecast, custom base. Dude, put sub Primecast if you guys have channels. I keep saying this over and over, and I go through the thing later. If I see the word sub, I'm going to go to your channel. If it's fishing content, I'm going to subscribe. And no, I haven't caught anything, dude, because I suck. No. It's been about 3 hours almost, and not even, just some nibbles, actually. We did have some nibbles, but they were probably turtles. I know he's going to fish with another YouTuber. Oh, is he fishing? Oh, he's like doing a collab? That's cool. Yeah, dude, because he's such a big part of that Action with Jackson channel, I would say. That it's almost like, I wish like they should just, partner up, but it's like, how do you change your channel name without messing up everything you've built? Like, the algorithms get messed up. 2 of Between Cast Live with Darth Sith this weekend. Cool, dude. I'll be with my daughter, so I'll be in and out on this one, but I'll definitely try to check that out. Darth, you know who I am, don't you? Dude, I'm very sorry. Who are you? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I do not, because my memory sucks as it is. It takes like 10 times for me to. I know you're a mod though. But nah. The issue is you gotta okay, non-stop fishing. There we go. I know who you are now. I forgot, dude. That's what happens when you change the names. See, it takes a while. But also, I'm still new. Like, I haven't even done that many actual live streams so far. Like, I'm really new to this. And it's a lot of people at one time, you know, that have. Okay. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Get this up back up. It should be back up in a second if it's not already. Alright. Alright, we're back up. Okay, sorry about that, you guys, but I'm gonna pack it up. We'll be back to this spot. It is a good spot. I think I'll fish the creek more next time than the river, but while I was recharging that, I took it upon myself to start cleaning up my stuff. I just want to say, thanks SWC. I just want to say, I'm just glad. I have come a long way. There were times where I wouldn't have been able to have a stable stream sitting in this area with all the trees, but I figured some stuff out. Apparently what I didn't figure out is how to make sure my battery's plugged into the phone. So, I'll work on that one. But you guys have a good day. SWC, it was a pleasure meeting you, bro. It was a pleasure meeting a lot of you guys. Reno, it's always good seeing you. Bro, where's my boy? Primecast Custom Baits, check them out. Real Fishing Outdoors, check them out. Check everybody out. Pier Coops. I hope you have a great day, dude. SWC, again, it was nice meeting you. One day I hope I get down to Okeechobee. I might actually make a Florida trip this winter, because I'm going to do a lot of traveling, because I don't really want to ice fish every freaking stream in the winter. Yo, cuz, dude, hi and bye, because I'm about to be out of here. Oh wait, I'm way at the top. Period. See you next time, bro. I gotta check it. Have you caught anything recently, dude? I gotta check. I'll check. But I'm cutting it. Have a great day, you guys. God bless you all. And